Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Homer here with this morning mountain weather update. Snow is still coming down up here at Snow Basin, and that's the way it's going to be most of today. It's probably not going to snow continuously, but it'll be off and on snow, and then it will pick up intensity tonight, overnight, and throughout the day tomorrow with the next wave or next storm system moving in. But we've seen like 2 to 3 feet of snow up here across the Wasatch over the last 3 or 4 days. It's been absolutely phenomenal to watch. All right, let me take you to radar. Here's the radar across the Pacific Northwest. It's almost hard to see, but the next area of low pressure is coming out of Washington, Oregon, moving into Idaho. There's a little bit of spin in there. Let me take you into radar. Here's to you, the radar out of Salt Lake, and you can see a little bit of snow still on that northern side of the Wasatch, some new snow with a southern track low coming out of California, hitting southern Utah. Into Colorado, pretty spotty. Things will pick up this afternoon, tonight, and into tomorrow. All right, let me take you back. I want to show you my bullet points here this morning. Here's what I'm seeing. So our storm cycle continues to about 210. And then the whole thing's going to shift to the northern tier of states, BC, on 211 to 215. So the best snow time frame here, Utah, basically now through 29, but again, it does pick up in intensity tonight into tomorrow. Wyoming, only light snow accumulations ahead, maybe 2, 3, 4 inches over the next couple of days. Colorado, best snows this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow, and then again some snow coming back on 210 with the storm system. And then that storm track, like I said, 211 to 215 moves to the Pacific Northwest, BC, and the northern tier. All right, let's go back. I want to show you water vapor satellite imagery and just give you the lay of the land. So I'll mark all these little features. Here comes this next area of spin. And then there's another area of low pressure coming out of California, but here's the main storm up here. Everything's sort of coming in behind it, sweeping in behind it, and that's what will keep the snow going across the Intermountain West over the next couple of days. Big storm system right here is part of that pattern shift to the northern tier, 211 through 215. All right, let me show you the jet pattern. So that's the pattern by late this afternoon and tonight, and you can see main storm moving through the Intermountain West with those two other little areas of energy sliding in behind it. Here's 2-9 into day. There's 210. You can see the trough, the last of this storm cycle, moving through Colorado, New Mexico, and then by 211, it's basically moving away. And then look what happens. The jet shifts to the northern tier, 214. It's all favoring Pacific Northwest, BC, northern tier of states for the action. That's there on 215 and also 216 as well. And then things start to settle down just a little bit, but the Pacific pattern's starting to refire, especially after 218 across California, and then eventually some of that will break loose and move into the interior, 220 and beyond. Let me put some precip on this. So that's the forecast radar by this afternoon. Watch, here comes the next storm. There it is. You can see all that new batch of snow moving into Idaho, the Tetons, the Wasatch, Nevada, and that will help to refire the snow in Colorado. Here we are in 210. There's a storm system sliding down through New Mexico, Colorado, Four Corners, with a new batch of snow, and then by 211 it's breaking up and it's moving away, and then all of that precip shifts to the northern tier in BC, 212, 213, 214, 215, and also into 216. You can see the snow. Idaho, Montana, the Tetons, all the way into 216 and even 217, and there comes that next Pacific pattern hitting the west coast by 217 late into 218. All right, latest snow numbers look like this. So rest of today through tomorrow. So the next 48 hours, another foot of snow possible in Little and Big Cottonwood Canyons, another 8 up there around Park City, Deer Valley, and Snow Basin. Bryan Head could pick up another foot, so could Snowbowl. Western and southwest Colorado, 2 to 8 inches will probably do it. Most of that's in the San Juan Mountains, less on top of the Continental Divide. Another 2 or 3 up there, maybe 4 across the Tetons and Big Sky. All right, second period, 210 through 212. That final storm on 210, early 211s moving out of Colorado, New Mexico. You can see the numbers there, another 1 to 4, potentially more Kuchara down to Angel Fire, Taos. And then it's all about the Pacific Northwest. Look at BC, 2 to 8 through Revelstoke and Kicking Horse, 5 to 10 up there, Baker, Rainier, Stevens, and Whistler. The final period, 213 to 217, 4 to 8 up there through Fernie and Kicking Horse, Revelstoke, another 5 or 6 up there around Baker and Whistler, and then some pretty nice snow down through Discovery and Bridger Bowl and into Big Sky, potentially just clipping the Tetons with another 4 or 5 inches. All right, one last stop. Northeast. So this storm track keeps shifting around for 212, 213. Now looking at that heavier band of snow running right through central and southern Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine with about 4 to 11, maybe 4 to 12 inches of accumulation. So we'll have to see how this changes over the next couple of days, but that's the way it looks right now. Again, the bulk of that falls on 212 and 213. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in here to this morning mountain weather update. Always appreciate it, and take care.